can't prove gravity. You can't prove bending water as a visual, for starters. And you can't prove space. Let's try to find something easier for you guys to come up with. Here we go again. Hey, what's up, good people? This is Jay. I'm just speaking as a person with a curious mind that likes to ask a lot of questions on basis of logic. Now, when you're young, you're infatuated with magic. So if anything that seems unreal to you or magical to you as a child, you're gonna eat it up in astonishment, amazement, and awe. And that's part of your brain being molded and absorbing so much information, so you're gonna remember that for a long time. You're gonna remember these magical things that happen, and oh wow, when I was a kid, I remember seeing yada yada yada, and that's something that has been embedded in your brain. So even growing up, your school gets tougher, and you don't think about going back to see if that was really real or not. You're just moving forward, and you're not being curious to ask these questions and figure these things out. So when someone brings the term of gravity to you and how it works, they tried so hard to tell you how it worked, or tell us how it worked, that we just remembered magic when we were a kid and say that must be true. I believe the most famous thing about gravity is the apple, and no one ever questioned why didn't the apple fall at mid stage? Obviously, because the apple wasn't heavy enough. When it got too heavy for the leaf or the branch it was connected to, what did it do? When you take your cell phone to go get repaired at a little kiosk or something, someplace in the mall, or you take it to the store to get it repaired, or you send it back to the company to get repaired, nothing is mentioned about gravity. You drop the phone. So when they got tired of trying to explain gravity mixed with something that is heavy and dense, more dense than the air, it falls to the ground. When they got tired of that, then they came up with this gravitational pull that is like another magic trick that has never been proven. Nothing is proven at all. Okay, we already have heaviness with vertical gravitation, and now we have a gravitational pull that is horizontal. Horizontal gravity does not work also, because if you, like a baseball pitcher throws the ball to the catcher, even if he can't throw it as far as the catcher, you have a lot of celebrities that will go up there and throw the first pitch. They never make it to the catcher. So where does the ball go? Bloop. Right in the freaking grass. It goes down. There's no gravitational pull going straight across. constant forever. But Jay, we're talking about a vacuum in space, not here on Earth. Okay. Can you prove space? You gotta knock on every door they put in front of your face. Prove to me space exists. No pictures, no CGI, no anything. Prove to me space exists. You have the technology to prove that theory. And when you cannot prove that theory, then you take 3 steps back and look at these so-called scientists and say, well, can you show me water bending? Can you bend water for me? Can you conduct an experiment with all the equipment that you need to bend water and make it stick to the outside of a surface? Nobody could do it. Not till this day. And it is 2019. Make sure your worst enemy is not living between your 2 ears. That was 26 miles per hour. I'm about to go at least 30. See what happens. So I guess this is how we look as the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles per hour. I am going 32 miles per hour. Wow. He's a trooper, and his antennas just went back forward. Stay flat.
Here we go again.
And believing in such things like magic, gravity, space, bending water, and you would end up falling for anything that may appear to be an insult to you. These man-made human gestures should not control and dictate your life or your reaction. If one is not wise to understand that, then they need to be educated by someone who is wise to explain to you that these symbols don't mean anything. It only means something if you receive it. And receiving means taking it in, ingesting it in your mind, your body, your spirit, to make it act defensive. Then that's when it worked for them, but it's not working for you. When one's mind is clear of the clutter and the distraction of the world. One can only simply laugh at these things. I encourage you to meditate, test your chakras, find out where the weakest chakra is, and learn to work on that chakra. This is all to balance out the mind, the body, and the spirit. But fair warning, once you start this process, there is no going back to the illusion of life.